So this is again just the quick start demo for the Databricks which is available. I just ran. Now if I want to see the color, I want to see the particular column from this data frame. How can I do that? So for doing that, what will I do? Since I have created this data frame as a table, right? This data frame as a table. Okay, how we did that? We did that using create table timing using delta location. So here it was present as, I have given the name as, I have given the location as uh, the table name. Okay, so from this location, please create a table for me. I've already saved it inside where? Inside the DBFS. What is DBFS? Databricks file system. So inside that I have saved this location. Okay, and from this location I'm going to create the table. So I said create table command using delta location this, and then I have just queried the dataset using the select clause in SQL, select start from diamonds. And now if I want to select a particular column, like we do it in SQL generally, we can do it select column name, and let's say I'm going to perform the average operation on price as price from this table, group by color and order. So this is going to give me, I also have an option to visualize this in a bar graph. So by clicking on the bar graph, and then if you want to see, you can see how the data is getting actually loaded and what is happening behind the scenes. So behind the scenes it is going to scan the CSV file first, and then it is going to generate the output from that CSV file, right? So you can edit this visualization whatever you want here, and the price. If you want some other operation like sum, so it is going to change the values. Earlier it was 5352. Now if I do count, it is equivalent. Now if I give the average, it is different. If I give the max, it is something different, right? This is how we can use the table inside the data frame. And now if I want to plot it using the Python, then I will read that data frame first. So I will give data frame is equals to spark.read CSV, from where it is going to read that CSV from the actual plot. Now I want to create the data frame using this plot. So I've given the path of this plot, and then I want to see, okay, whether my schema is copied or not. Using the infer schema, it is already copied. It is the same schema which we have it here, right? And now if you see, I would like to display, so I can display the dataset using import average. This is just the function I have imported into my Pyspark.sql.function. I want to display what? I want to display from diamond dataset.select. I'm selecting specific. I'm going to select specific columns, like I'm selecting color and price, and I'm grouping it by color. This is how we write it in Python. The same command which we used in SQL, right here, group by this. This is how we write it in Python. So dot group by this color and dot aggregate average of price, and I want to sort it in the ascending order of color. So this is how it has generated the output. Hope you like it. And this was my second notebook which we were working on. So if I show in here, if it is there, I'll show here. Okay, so we can do that. So what will I do? First of all, I will try to load the file. So I will say upload data, create table. Let's say I want to create the table. Okay, I'll create the table. I'll give the file name. I'll upload my file in the DBFS system. So here I have my file in the DBFS system. It is already uploaded, and I'm going to say create table in notebook. As soon as I click on create table in notebook, it will automatically infer the schema and pass certain parameters. Okay, we forgot to create the cluster, so I have to create a cluster. So I think this should work. Okay, this is already terminated. This is also terminated. My cluster. Let's create a new source. My cluster. Okay, it is starting that. So once it is started, your cluster will start, and then you can run this dataset. So what are we doing here? It's file location. Okay, the same file location. File type, these are the parameters. I have defined the values to these parameters. Then info schema false. Do you want the first row as header? False. If you want it as true, if you want the first row as header, you can keep it to true. If you want to infer the schema definition as it is, you can keep this to true. Otherwise, Databricks will create its default schema with all the strings. and then delimiter I have defined it as comma separated